Spanish meetings too. And I like having a time with my family, watch TV shows, read books. That's it.
Perfect. And you, Fer?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fer. I live in Rio de Janeiro, Maltal, Calma, Friburgo. I'm a public work. I work for Federal Court of Justice, but my hometown is Maceió. For me, the Maceió is a biggest city wider the world. I love so much practicing English. I start learning English about 2 years, uh, maybe, né? I think it is space is so very wonderful for you practice, you listen, you speak. On the other hand, you can find out a lot friends. It's amazing.
Nice to have you here. I think I already be with you in other rooms, but I don't remember your face, but anyway, I'm glad you're here.
Sorry, but my connection is so very bad. I can open my
Don't
my
worry.
my uh, my camera. Okay.
Your presence here is enough. And guys, hey everyone, hey YouTube, my name is Luan. I'm 23 years old, and I'm a pharmacist. I'm doing my master's degree. I'm from Belém, Belém of Pará, Belém, Pará, but I'm living in Ribeirão Preto since the beginning of this year, and I'm a host here on TNT, and since the 2 months, I guess. And I know TNT since 2020, but I left and returned, and I left again and returned again, and I'm here. Yeah, forever, I guess. So, can I open our circle of talk, and we are going to, as always, say no fighting, just respectful environment, and yeah, let's read. So, Fernanda, can you read the question number 2 and answer and passing for us, please?
Yeah. Are you a political person? Why? I don't think that I'm a political person because I don't understand a lot about it. I don't like to talk about it because I don't know, it seems like polemic subject. So that's why I don't think that I'm a political person. And I'm a shy person. So normally I prefer to stay quiet and not socialize with others.
I comprehend you, I guess. And you, Diane?
I have the same position of you guys. I don't consider myself a political person, and I can't get interested in political topics either, so I don't know so much thing about it too. But I also don't like to speak about it because it's very complicated, and we always get in fight with someone that we like when we start to discuss this topic, and so I have the same position of Fernanda's.
Can be harmful sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Fer?
Uh, a long time ago, I was, but nowadays, no more. Because, guys, to be honest, my soul is full of song, music, rock and roll. You don't have space to any stupidity, okay, guys? Because nowadays, cara, political discourse for me don't. It's not something interesting for me, okay? Because if the people just discuss about the thing, for me it's so very stupid because nobody speak about the fundamental case that influence our life, you know, because you don't you can see in this country for the education it's zero. you don't have any space to have a great job. Most of the guys I know, it's get out of here. The people will go to for live abroad, and because Brazil, unfortunately, I love so much Brazil. I had the opportunity to live abroad in Madrid, in Europe, but in Europe, the life is so very complicated because war, inflation. Oh my gosh, the people, the world, it's so a lot polarized. Okay, guys, even you choose the some position, guys, you need to prepare to war. The people hate a lot. Oh my gosh, I prefer don't involve in discourse about this because for me, I think something like politics in Brazil for me is something like stupid. Huh? Yeah, I think about I is that that's this.
Perfect. And you, Haider, are you a political person?
So I follow the news. I like to hear discussion about politics on the TV, on the radio. I follow the schedule of candidates. I don't know the candidates. I don't know. Eu esqueci como é que se fala. But
No, there is writing. Don't worry.
Okay. So. Okay, thanks. I follow. I like to receive information about, but I don't like the persons in the politics. But normally I like to follow because it is important we to know what's happening in our country. And in this period of elections, I think important to follow the notices for because it's a future of the country. But I like it, but I am not a political person, but I like to follow.
No, I feel you all, I guess. Like this topic and a part of our lives can be harmful. People can get hurt, or people can just hurt one another, and it's complicated to discuss. But we are here to discuss and wonder ourselves what is happening. So the next question is question number 3. So Hayden, are you here? You can read this one and answer
Yes.
this.
Are your ideas of life expressed in our candidate in these elections? So is a complicated, but sometimes yes, sometimes yes. I am a person that follow a lot the question about the economic, and is a subject that is discussed a lot in these elections, and I think they expressed a little bit my ideas, but I think yes.
Nice. And you, Fernanda?
I try to choose a candidate, consider the things that I believe, that also the things that this candidate will do for the city or for the country. But sometimes it's difficult because they say a lot of things, but after getting the position, it's the things are not done, so it's complicated. But I try to choose by the things that I believe in, the things the person will do for the city. And for you, Daiane?
I have the same position as I said before. I'm not so into politics, so I don't have a fully understand of the ideas of the both candidates. So I just know the superficial thing that they say, that they defend, and this kind of thing. But I don't consider that the candidates that we have right now, like in our political situation right now, represent me fully, like completely. No, any of them in this case. But I don't know. As I said, I'm not very into politics. So maybe if I search more, if I understand their positions, their position more deeply, maybe I will be more identified with their values and things like that. But right now, I don't feel very represented, about them, the two candidates that we have.
Yeah, and I understand. And it's not about a president, but it can be a congressman and a senator and your mayor of your city. Yeah, it can be all candidates in this election, not others. So, in your opinion, Fer,
Oh, guys, to be honest, Kat, I turn on my TV. I can I can able to train my YouTube. Nowadays, I use a VPN for don't receive any announcement about the all the situation political. But my favorite subject nowadays, I think any candidate represent, because my big interest nowadays it's out of body experience, like astral projection. So I feel middle, get out of this world, the real world. Nowadays I explore a lot lucid dreaming, astral projection. I love so much this time, this topic. I'm completely. I turn on everything. Just see, I read a book about the subject. Nowadays, I study a lot about the physical quantical. Quantical, yeah. I love it so much. It's my big passion. Even though I'm a public work, I work for Federal Court of Justice. I work just oh my gosh, work from home. I remember uh, uh, 2 weeks ago I was in Malta. I got there for 5 months, so I try to keep a little get up everything it's happening in this in Brazil. Né? I think Brazil. Oh my gosh, I love Brazil. Brazil, it's an amazing country. You have a great uh, 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 temperature, climate, but have fertile soil everywhere in Brazil. But the stupidity in Brazil, it's something get me crazy, guys. I think I like this. Anyway, Luan.
uh, about this, I think not. But for me, every candidate can represent you in some point, but in any point not. And like Fernanda say, your candidate can represent you, but after getting the position, after go to the Congress, and he or she can just turn on, just change his mind, and I think it's so completely to predicted, and yeah, yeah, it's for me it's complicated to choose, and I bet intentionally you advanced the question because the next question is, what do you think about election advertisements? I'm not sure if you guys, but I've been receiving so many messages in Instagram and YouTube Facebook and social media about the elections, one candidate or another. And what is your opinion about it, and specifically? And Fer, can you answer?
Okay. Oh my God, so very stupid this advertisement. Because, guys, the people mix everything, political, religion, football. Oh my gosh, the country music. Oh my gosh, what the sense about everything? I can understand, guys, because you need to administrate, you need to administrate the country, the problem about the education, the problem about the financial. You need to put the country for work and in every single sector. Okay, but you need to discuss about the religion, guy. Oh my gosh, the political, it's independent about the subject. For me, the people discuss about something so very stupid about the abort. Oh my gosh! So most of the law, uh, it's make it for Congress. No? The president have the power. It's uh, like it's like oh my gosh, the name I forget the word. Um, disincriminate the power of president. So the people don't put in mind that the president it's like the representative don't have any power because the big power that administrate this country is the financial power, the political. But I think like this, the president don't have any power. It's like something the toy inside the hand. The people really have the power to govern this country. I think like this. Everything about the advertisement for me is so very stupid.
Nice.
And you, Fernanda?
Oh, I agree with you. I think sometimes the advertisements I like, oh, the candidate did that wrong, and the other replies, oh no, it's a lie. The other advertisement's a lie. And we don't see anything. We normally don't see things related to the what the candidate will do for the country or for the city, and it's in other. It's not only just on TV. I see on YouTube all the time, and advertisements. It's not just on the time they have for this advertisement. It's everywhere. So sometimes it's a little bit boring because sometimes I just want to see a video and there is a advertisement. So that's it, I think.
Nice.
And for
Nice
you,
answer.
Dayani. Sorry.
Don't worry.
I don't like the advertisements too, because I think that they are like just a part, of that candidate's argument or position. So, for example, the advertisements that we see on YouTube or even on television, they are always very biased. They are trying to convince us to vote on them. So we are not having a true perspective of that candidate position, or like I forgot the term that we use, that the candidates create. It's like a plan, but I forgot the word, the specific word that they use, but we are not seeing that, you know, you are just seeing a part of the position of the candidate, and normally is that good part that the candidate wants to show. So I don't like the advertisements in general because of that, because we are not having a true and real position, you know, of that candidate.
And you sum up my thoughts. Really sum up my thoughts. And you, Haider, what do you think about it?
So I think funny, just but don't help a lot in convince the person to vote. Normally, I think that convince is a work that the candidates show the work and the activities things that they show for the people. But advertisement is just funny. It's just acho que dá inside part of party, but don't happen. And I think is spend a loss of money. I think just this, but don't help in nothing.
Intentionally, you advanced our next question, but answer this one. I really hate an advertisement. It happens everywhere, every social media. And it, as Diane say, for example, Diane and Fernanda, it's always a good part of the project, and the others. Where is it? Why you hide? Why do you hide it? And they never answer. So yeah, it's the advertisement. For me, it's harmful. And our next one, yeah, Diane, can you read this one? Question number 5.
Okay. Do you think public money from taxes should be invested in political propaganda? Why? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think that maybe because, you know, it's a public interest, political in general, politics in general. So I think that at least a small part of it should be invested, because I think that, for example, television is a channel that some people just have that channel, you know, like poor people just have that channel. And when we put that propaganda on television, for example, we are giving them maybe a chance to see the the plan of that candidate, for example, people that don't have access to internet, for example. So I kind of think that we should invest that public money, because that would be it would be able for that candidates, for some candidates, to put this propaganda on television, as I said. But at the same time, I have mixed feelings, because, you know, it's like public money. At the same time, we have that problem that we said before about the bias of that advertisement. So I don't know, but this is what I'm thinking now.
No, the meaning here is just thinking well in the answer, try to formulate and say it out loud. But I understand 100% what do you say, what are your thoughts. And you, Fer, what do you think about political propaganda? Perhaps, Fer, are you there? Yeah, maybe he's going to the bathroom, so let's wait. And Fernando, what do you think about it?
I agree with Daiane. I think some candidates cannot have the conditions to invest for their own political propaganda. So it's a good thing to have this money from taxes, right? Maybe to be, I think, more equal for each candidate, so that everybody can have their own space in this political propagandas. And for you, Heider?
I think public money needed to be used in things that really is necessary for example, health, education, generation of works, generation of jobs. I don't know não sei como falar saneamento básico, but these things that is necessary to do in political advertisement, propaganda, you know, can be used the money of the candidates or donates, but public money I don't agree, because I think that thing is more important to use.
Yeah, perfect answer, I would say. And Fer, are you back? You there?
Do you hear?
Yeah. You're back.
Yeah, of course I'm not. I think the money public it's a very important. But I think as well that the government should to take account all the people inside the country, because I think the public money should invest in education, job, new field to explore the knowledge, because I think the country, Brazil, it's just need two things: school and job. Because if you see a little boy don't have any opportunity to study or or work, or guy, what do you hope about the future, about the little boy? Brazil is like a little boy, don't have any study, any work, any job. It's not very sad for me, because the people don't study, don't work. Oh my gosh, what the future about the people? So I think the money public, it's so very important for you make some strategy for you think about the great future about the country. Brazil have a great opportunity, have a great power for develop a lot, but the people should sort with more responsible about the politics. But I think like this, spending the money just for waste the money, just for advertisement, propaganda. I don't have any sense for me. Like
I
this.
would say you give us a deep answer, really a deep answer this afternoon, and I'm grateful for that. And I think it's the most polemical question here. Did you fight with someone in this like selection? I mean, in this last 30 days, you guys did fight. Fernanda, you start.
No, I didn't fight with anyone. Normally, I don't talk about it, and when I see any post from someone on Instagram or other social media, I normally don't say anything. For me, it's better to stay quiet. And for you, Diane?
It's the same. as I said before, I also don't usually discuss politics around my friends or colleagues at work. So I don't usually fight about this topic, discussing about this topic, because I have the same strategy that Fair has, like I usually just listen to people and be quiet, because as I said, I don't have so much information, so I cannot contribute anyway. So I just listen and just be quiet.
And you, Haider, did you fight with someone or argument?
I'm a people bitch and laugh. I don't fight never in my life, and the politics is never I will fight about this. I think so complicated because now if you use red, you use a PT, and you use green and yellow, you use a Bolsonaro. Today the thing is so sad, but I never will fault with anyone about the politics. Nothing. Just this. And the Fê,
Yeah, guys, I fight. I fought because, guys, uh, for instance, nowadays political discourse bring something I think have had a long time in the dark zone, because the people bring it for discourse something like Cusco Clan, um, uh, Germany, Nazis. Oh my gosh, Cusco, Cusco Clan, cara. My gosh, the thing is lá in so very burying, enterrado. Oh my, I don't know where the people take something bring for discourse now. The people hate racial hate. Oh my gosh, I can admit something, some discourse about the situation, because it's um, uh, this thing it's agree disagree everything I believe now, né? Because I believe that the human being can be live in harmony, but when you bring for discourse social hate, nazist, Ku Klux Klan, oh my gosh, what the people appear. I can't understand something like this, guys. I can make the relationship about the people have same idea. In this case, I am a radical person. Okay.
No, I understand you. So unfortunately, I fought with some people and in this election, but I'm just trying to be calm like you all, because sometimes it never drives away for anywhere. We'll never, how I can say it, get better with it. We just fight and fight and fight and endless. And sometimes the most of times we do not learn anything with one another.
For you have idea, one. I nowadays I have ashamed to wear t-shirt yellow. I think like this. Oh my gosh, what happened when appear a lot stupidity? I can't believe.
Complex questions, I would say. And our next question is, it's always related about it. So I would like to ask you, what is your personally opinion about should voting be mandatory? So Diane, can you start this one?
Sure. Well, in my opinion, the voting shouldn't be mandatory because, you know, like we are discussing now, some people just don't like politics, don't search about it, and really don't get interested about this topic. And the same people, you know, they are obligated to vote, you know, even not searching about it, not very interested about it. And I think that because of that, sometimes the same people sometimes just vote in a candidate that, I don't know, maybe their friends told them to vote, or even because, I don't know, their family are pressing them to vote in a specific candidate, not because they agree with the position of that candidate, you know, and that's just because that person needs to vote because it's mandatory. So I think that, in my opinion, shouldn't be mandatory because of that, because some people just don't like that, and because it's mandatory they need to vote, and they vote, and you know, and a random person just because they need to. So in my case, in my opinion, I believe in this. But what about you, Fer?
I think, yeah, should vote mandatory. I think no. I think no, because you live in the democracy. But on the other hand, I think it should be forbidden the people don't have any education, because most of the problem have in Brazil, because this, because the people don't have any notion about the people uh, who is voting, but the people use it, explore it. The people don't have any education about all the situation political in this country. I think the vote for people don't have any education. For me, I think it's like something forbidden. Okay, but about the mandatory vote, for me, it's I don't agree about this topic, because you live in democracy. I think, and I think, but it's this. And you, Heidi?
So I have a different opinion. That is mandatory. I know that we have great democracy, but you is spiritual, you can go there and the vote right everything. But I think it's similar military aristocracy.
Heide, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Your audio is kind of low for us.
Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
I think it's good now.
Perfect.
Sorry. I moved the headset and the sign is now. So I had a different opinion. I think it is necessary to be obligated. I think that we live in a free democracy, but you is free to vote in any one candidate. You can go there and vote white or nulo. I don't know the name. But it's similar military enlistment to women or to men. Is obligated. I think some things in our country just works here, similar this, when be obligated. I think that is a lot of questions about the free democracy, but I agree with the vote to be obligated. It's just your opinion.
And you, Fernanda?
I think that it should not be mandatory, because sometimes there are people that don't want to vote and go and to vote in any candidate. So I think this already like happens. A lot of people don't choose a candidate. So I think it should be just for the people that care about it and want to vote. That's it.
Nice answers. And Heinder's speech reminds me of something that in the United States, for example, voto nulo doesn't exist. So here we have to click on the numbers, and there we have to write, and there is a write and blank, and you can write absolutely nothing, or someone who is you will to choose, and I can select, for example, Mickey Mouse on their papers. It's nice. I will be glad, but here in Brazil we have to click in this box. I don't like the box on the click. And our next question here is question number 8. Heinder, can you read this one for us? Are you there?
Yes,
Heinder?
yes.
Perfect.
Let's go. 8.
8.
Has anyone tried to entice you to convert you to some political site? Normally it's common. Nowadays it's a more common than you change of the team. It's normally, but I already decided my vote. We have now a president and the governor. President, I think that I am decided. Governor, I don't yet, but my ideas is in my head. Other person don't convince or don't try to change my ideas. Normally I don't hear other person about you. How about you, Diane?
A lot of people already tried to convince me to vote in a specific candidate. My friends, my boyfriend, my colleagues at work. But I already have a position about it too. So it's like a lot of time. I don't know how to say that. Like I don't usually listen to them, so I just be quiet and try to change the topic of the conversation.
I really understand this. And you, Fer?
When the people try to bring you with the conversation, I say for the guys, try to convince the ocean, make a political side. Okay, it's impossible. It's impossible. You try to convince the sky about something like this. So, guys, get your opinion for you. Give me alone. I don't allow the people get with the conversation with me. Because I sometimes I modify all the I modify the conversation. No? I don't allow the people get with the conversation because I don't like discourse about the politics. For me, it's I feel so very harmful the conversation, guys. I don't like because all the side, cara, for me, don't have any sense. I just be careful about democracy because I think the democracy in this moment it's having a lot of has a lot of risk democracy, because the people so very extreme, situation, political. For me, the democracy has a lot risk, that democracy death, definitive, because the people so very stupid. The people try to control all the power. For me, it's not good. Nowadays, guys, I think about more of a movie for all the country, but sometimes I think, what the country, USA, Europe. For instance, I lived in I got there for I got in India for 40 days. Oh my gosh, the poverty is so very complicated, guys. You have a lot child labor, but another the hand have a lot mindset. The people there, different Brazil. Oh my gosh, I sometimes I'm very worried about the election. But the people don't have any space to discuss about the conversation. Tried me convince to move all my vote, all the side. It's any zero chance.
And I think it happens all the time, everywhere, unfortunately. And you, Fernanda?
For me, it have not happened. Normally, I just see some posts related to the candidates on Instagram, but no one tried to talk about it with me. That's it.
I think it's I think it's this question. It's so common because I'm studying at USP, and people here, for example, have strong opinions about everything, and sometimes people that here try to convince you for something ever and every day, and sometimes it can start a fight. But yeah, I think it is. You guys already answered this question. And hello, Jefferson, Leandro, Marcio. The guys are back with us here. And I would like to ask you guys on the other room, was the conversation good or not? Did you fight or just shake your hands? And I agree with you all the time.
No fight, because we are polite guys, and we will not discuss the candidate A or B. We discuss idea to have a better country.
Like here, without fighting. And you, Leandro, what do you think about disgusting? Do you like it?
Yeah, as Jefferson has said to us, it was great. We talked as the way we believe that everybody must to talk with respect, respecting ideas, hearing before saying something. So I think our conversation was good, and we could cover to the 70th question actually.
Yes, and you, Marcio, Leo, was good for you too.
Yeah, it's very good. Interest, all right, about the question, and important our people, very important about the question and politics. But and I don't understand it much, all right, and politics, but very important on the country.
That, and here was intention. Show you, I think it's not difficult questions, but questions that we are wondering, get answers and thinking about it. And if I help you this afternoon, I'm so glad about it, as always, when you come here and hits our weekly survey, and you can please, if you want, and if you feel comfortable, answer. You can do your suggestions, you can do your criticisms, you can say something bad or good about me, say something, and do your grades. And I think about discussing about politics is always difficult, but I think if we make us just thinking about it and try answers and get better your vocabulary, I think you are done. You are perfectly, and you reach the level of what you want. And thank you, and from the bottom of my heart. And I'm always glad when you come, guys. And I think it is. I'm going to finish the live on YouTube, and I'm hope you get back here and on the same city, not city from city, but on the same city, and the same hour. That I think it is, guys. Thank
Same
you for.
channel.
Thank you.
It was
Have a good
Thank you.
night.